It's been a while since I posted my last video, and I really wanted to touch base with some of the issues and questions that we come across very often. Prominently, the question comes in the form of, why is my shortlet not moving? Here are usually the 12 reasons that we cover when we're onboarding a property or when we look after a property. These are all listed as the priority. So number one is pricing, especially when you go live. If your listing is priced too high compared to similar properties in the area, potential guests might choose other options, and that usually happens. So make sure that your pricing is competitive and reflects the value you're offering. Number two, photos and description. Now, high quality photos that accurately shows your space and a detailed and engaging description can greatly impact a guest decision to book. Ensure that your listing showcases the best features of your property. For example, if you have a fireplace, if you have a great looking couch, if you have a staircase, a spiral staircase, just an example, you might want to highlight them in the photos and description. Also, your area, if there's any tourist attractions nearby, you might want to flag them as well. Reviews are so important these days because anybody who wants to come to your property would want to see what others have said about your property. Positive reviews from previous guests can build trust and credibility to your listing. If you have a few or negative reviews, it might deter a potential guest. So try to give out great guest experiences and earn the positive feedback that you deserve. Location, so important. The location of your property can significantly influence the popularity. Properties located near popular attractions like transportation hubs, business districts tend to attract more guests. So highlight that location or those attractions in your photos and descriptions as well, as I said earlier. Availability and calendar management is so important because you don't want to have double bookings. And if you are not updating your calendars regularly, guests might assume that the property is not available when it actually is. So keep your calendars up to date. Use tech tools like Channel Manager, or if you don't want to use a Channel Manager, you can use iCals to sync the calendars. Seasonal demand. The demand for short-term rentals can vary greatly depending on the time of the year. Research local events, holidays, and tourist season to adjust your pricing and availability accordingly, especially when you have gone live with a new property and you know that your property doesn't have enough reviews and it's highlighted as brand new. You want to get guests in as soon as you've opened up, but also build up the review and keep an eye on the seasonal demand. So try to go live before the seasonal demand hits. Marketing and promotion. Marketing is essential to attract potential guests. So use social media, online travel agencies like Booking.com, Airbnb, Expedia, and other platforms to promote your listing. Competitive analysis. You have to research similar listings in your area to see how they are attracting the guest. They might have put in a particular feature like on-street parking, which you want to highlight too. And this can provide a great insight into what you might be missing out in your own listing. Amenities and features. Ensure that your property offers amenities and features that travelers are looking for, such as well-equipped kitchen, Wi-Fi, and comfortable bedding. Now, this is so important when you're going live because the cancellation policy is something that may deter a guest. So if you have too strict a cancellation policy, and if you're brand new, keep in mind this does play a role. So when you're going live, you want to be as flexible as you can. Response time to the guest is so appreciated these days because the quicker that you respond back. In fact, a couple of the OTPs like Booking.com, Airbnb, they keep an eye in terms of how quickly you respond and how much you respond as well. And the guests do appreciate a quick response to their inquiries and booking request. So aim to respond promptly to increase the likelihood of securing a booking. And external factors are some things that you can't really control, like economic downturn, change in travel trends. For example, COVID, nobody had control over it, but it does have an impact on the booking. You might want to manage the pricing that I mentioned earlier in accordance to the external factors as well. So be mindful of that. And if you're liking this channel, I would love to have your view. Please do send me a comment because it does help the channel and give us the motivation to keep up the work. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much.